Good afternoon, listeners. You're listening to the Wolfe and Thorn Heritage Fiddle podcast again. My name is C.C. Thornley and I play banjo.
And I'm Emily Wolfe and I play the fiddle.
That's terrifying.
Terrifying, folks.
So, as usual, we guarantee you 5 tunes that we're going to play you from the wide repertoire of Tasmanian traditional music, both old and new. If you've been listening to the last 5 podcasts, you will understand that the Tasmanian folk repertoire is still being added to. It's still a living, ongoing thing. And today we're going to look at an old one, but we're also going to look at a couple of very modern ones. And I think you'll be able to hear the difference between the modern ones. And when I say modern, I mean like what? We're talking 10, 15 years old? Or,
yep.
Yeah, if that.
Actually, yeah, most of them today will be roughly that age.
Yeah, right.
Today, except for maybe one of them. Yeah.
Except for maybe one of them. Well, we've had a slightly less spectacular week than last week, but it still feels very draining. What did we do this week?
What did we do this week? Oh, well, we had a busy weekend. You and I played for a Christmas thing.
It's damn fine coffee.
Oh, damn fine. I only got the best coffee.
What was the Christmas thing?
That was at the pottery place.
Oh, that's right, yes.
We did that on Saturday.
Yeah, we did that. So it's all a blur now. This time of year, things keep coming round so hard and fast.
And Sunday we were at the Kingston Handmade Market.
Ah, yes.
Which we are again this Sunday as well with the Black Swans of Trespass.
That's a very good idea. If you're going into the Christmas period and wondering what to get, there's some very amazing little handmade gifts there, very thoughtful gifts at the Kingston Handmade Market. They're all handmade by Kingston.
From Kingston.
Oh, from Kingston.
No, it's a great little market. So if you're about on Sunday morning, we'll be there playing music and you can buy nice stuff.
From 11 till 1. They have
11 till 1.
Coffees and pastries and plants and other things, inorganic material as well.
Yes.
Now, I had a profound thought the other day. Let me see if I can express it, right?
Okay, here we go. Get your coffees out, people. Sit back and enjoy.
A song is like a person that everybody talks about, but nobody meets in person, in actuality. We speak about the person in their absence, and we describe the person's absence. We don't actually describe their presence. Nobody actually owns songs, although we claim them.
Deep.
Right? Yeah. And just think, I don't even smoke anymore.
So glad that you shared that with us this afternoon.
So what I mean is that, like, for example, if you look at folk music, you'll have these tunes that keep recurring and so on and so forth. For example, we did Homebrew, and when we play Homebrew, which was a song written by one of the members of the Tasmanian folk community and is now pretty much a staple of all our folk songs. We played at dances and so on and so forth. But when we do play it, we often add Cooley's Real because they're very similar.
Yes.
Yeah. So are Cooley's Real and Homebrew actually the same person? Because, we've never actually met them.
They're, if Steve Gadd could help us out with that question.
Well, what I'm thinking is it may not be that cut and dry. What I'm thinking is that the definitive answer might be something.
But there was a connection with Cooley's and Homebrew Polka,
really?
and I can't remember now what it was.
Well, in a way, it's kind of like so-and-so knows person A, and the other person also knows person A. But so-and-so knows person A from this environment, and the other person knows person A from that environment. So when they describe person A, they've got the shape of the person, but the insides of the person, the personality, there's differences. And that's what I think a song is, a tune is.
Yeah.
A tune is a person about whom we describe in absence. We never meet the person. We only describe aspects about them, and everybody has a different angle on that person. And as the song goes off through the diaspora of the folk musicians, and particularly us sort of European backgrounded fiddlers and banjos and that sort of stuff, the description of that person evolves and that person grows, but you never actually meet that person. That person never comes to the party. We just talk about that person. That's what I'm trying to get at.
That's a really good point.
Well, now it's a good point.
Now it's a good
point. It was like, what the hell are you talking about, you hippie?
Now I'm with it. Yeah, that's cool.
Thank you. Thank you very much. For more quips and wisdom, contact C.C. Thornley at the... it's the Wolfe and Thorn too, by the way. It's not the Wolf and Horn.
Yeah, please don't. It sounds Yep. Like a different kind of band when you go to the Wolf and Horn.
Yeah. I
What
think
kind of
that's-
music would they play?
So we had a gig, and I think somebody misheard us and put us down as the Wolf and Horn.
Yeah.
And then the management of that venue looked up Wolf and Horn, and they went, "No way,
No,
we're not
really?
booking those guys." I was like, "No, it's good music. It's okay."
I want to know what Wolf and Horn is now.
Yeah, I want to hear their podcast.
Oh, yeah.
It's probably someone like the goat gland specialist from Albury Agricultural Market or something like that.
Yep, talking
So
about...
what you do is you got your nanny goat 10-pence goats, and they have this particular secretion that you can only get from a particular Asian market there. So what we like to do is we... That's the website. That's the podcast.
I can hear it now. Let's, yeah. That's beautiful.
Very well. So now, listeners, we've opened your minds. We've become, esoteric. We've got the new age happening. Shall we play
Against
a song?
your will? No.
Against your will, whether you like it or not.
Yep. Well, we should probably play our first tune for today.
Yep.
And I believe I'm going to talk about it.
Yeah, well,
Is
you
that-
know this person.
Is that my job? Yeah, okay. So the first tune we're going to play is a tune called Delayed Flight by composer Zaya Cooper. And this tune's not very old. It's 2010. So, but with the background of this story was we were at the National Folk Festival. Tasmanian Heritage Fiddle Ensemble went, and we were there to promote the Alexander Lang book when Stephen Marjorie Gadd and Peter McPhee were releasing it at the National Folk Festival, and we all went up. So it was about 20 of us going up and coming back to Tasmania because there's no direct flight from Canberra to Hobart, which is slightly frustrating. You have to go via Sydney or Melbourne.
Oh, that sucks.
And
The two least places I want to go to.
and half of us got stuck, and that includes Zaya and a few other players from the group that got stuck in Sydney Airport, I think, for quite a numerous hours. And so he composed this tune while waiting for his flight. And he wrote this tune at the time he was, I think, 12 or 13 years old. So he wrote this really cool tune that's definitely become a favourite amongst the tunes to play in our repertoire. So
Yeah. We've played this at dances, and
yep, it's a great dance tune. It's really fun to play. So yeah.
and there's I discovered a cool thing I like to do with the chords here, but I'll describe after the tune.
Yeah. Are we ready? So this is Delayed Flight by Zaya Cooper. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Kind of got lost at the end there.
Oh, great tune. I love that tune.
So the thing I like about this tune, because most trad tunes that we've got, they're pretty harmonically, they're pretty straightforward. But this modern tune, the kind of feel in it gives me a little bit more. Feels like I've got a little bit more room to go. So the chord that I play, the first chord I'm playing is E minor, and then the second chord I'm playing is A11.
Ooh.
And so what it is on the banjo, it's got that beautiful sus4 sound to it.
Oh, aren't you fancy?
Thank you very much.
Didn't you go to jazz school?
I certainly did.
Oh.
So it's got all the parts to make it scientifically an A11 according to my diploma. And that is like, it's got an A, it's got a C sharp, and then it's got the 2 open D. So I'm playing like a first position A on the 2nd fret, and I'm taking off the 2 points that have 2 D strings there, and throwing in the G note on the top to give it a 7, dominant 7. So you can do it. So I really enjoy it.
Nice.
Yeah, I like that. I love that tune.
Yeah, no, it's a great tune. Yep.
Zaya Cooper. There you go.
And he still comes to the Heritage Fiddle Ensemble, which is really nice. So he comes along.
Yeah, he does, yeah.
He does.
He was kind of chuffed when we pulled that out.
He was.
Didn't realise, I don't think he realised that, and this is what I mean about songs being people's. They go off and have these lives of their own.
Yeah.
And do their thing.
Don't think he realises how often that tune is played.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
He probably hates it.
No,
Probably like, I can write much better stuff now.
No, I think he likes. I think he likes that people enjoy playing his tunes. I think I always get a bit of a kick out of it when people like playing Forks in the Fire or something. It's like, oh, thanks.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's nice. Makes you nice, warm and fuzzy inside.
The next tune we're going to play is Blake's Cascade, and I suggested we play this one because I just like the. When I haven't played it in a while, in quite a long while, but when I first played it, I really liked the fact that it was in C and it had a different feel to all the other tunes we played. And I didn't realise it was a Steve Gadd tune. I just thought it was just some old tune that had rolled along.
Oh, you didn't know? Oh,
no,
okay. Yeah.
No, but then I found out later. So, unfortunately, last week, listeners, if you're listening, we actually broke the Steve Gadd bot that Steve sold us for $14.95 that had all the information in it that he was too busy to give us in person. So, we haven't told Steve that yet, but we will. We will. So, I actually sent him a request for some more information on these tunes, and I got that information delivered to me by Miniature Elephant Cavalry.
Oh.
They should be arriving any minute. Oh, that's them now.
Oh, God.
Hang on, I'll just get the door. Here they come. Look at them. Oh, they're cute.
Man, don't knock over my china.
Yeah, be careful now.
Careful.
Oh, I hope he's not that one's raising his leg. No. Sit down. Okay, thank you very much. Now, Ella. Oh, look, it's a little envelope with a little thing on it. Oh, thank you. Oh, here it is. Look at that. Thank you very much, Mr. Elephant. You're welcome. All right.
Again, amazing, as always. I'm blown away with what we can get.
What you can get in Tasmania. Who would have thought? Who would have thought you could get like a little tiny elephant cavalry to stampede through your living room and deliver your goods?
Look, it's just we are very full of wonders.
People out there have no idea what goes on in this island. Anyway, so this is what Steve has sent us about Blake's Cascade. Blake's Cascade was inspired by an improvisation that he heard American guitarist Norman Blake do. He took the descending ascending riff he used and then ran it through the first 4 or 5 notes of the C scale and then worked back from that. He tried to put more of a spaced melody against the chords in the second part, listening to Percy Granger's take on Molly on the Shore. And that started him on this hybrid of folk and classical type writing that you're about to hear. Marjorie Gadd wrote the original harmony line, but others have added new and second parts since. That's Blake's Cascade by Steve Gadd.
Yeah, I remember practicing this one heaps when I remember when Steve brought this tune, and because it used to be in McPhee's downstairs in the basement, so I would just practice it. And Marjorie wrote our harmony, and then I had a go at doing something in thirds, but I can't do that today because it's only one of me today. But when you told me we were doing this one, I'm like, right, I better go practicing to it because it's got really fun bowing. It's kind of like a Georgian shuffle, but not really. It's fun to play because, it's a good one.
Well, I'm just going to be reading the chords and bluffing through them because I haven't played this for a while and it's very rusty for me. Okay. So I hope I do your bowing justice.
Okay, all right. So do I. I hope I do it justice. It's been a while. Let's be good. All right.
I'll follow you.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, let's start that again.
Do you want a little warm-up before we start?
Oh, no, I can do it. You just edit that out.
Oh no. You know the deal. Raw and straight off the barbecue, folks. Slapping that raw meat down. Or maybe not phrasing. Anyway, what we're doing is we're just putting the songs out as we play them in this environment. We don't have the $10,000 budget we normally reserve for our recordings. So this is Blake's Cascade.
I can do it.
Yeah? You good?
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Came out of that reasonably unscathed?
Oh.
How'd you go there with that rusty old tune?
I shouldn't have looked at the music. That's where I always fail, because I know it so well, and I just kind of stared at the music, and I was like, no, don't. So I always tense up.
I was staring like crazy. I was staring like an old man at the beach.
Oh my God. that explains a lot. Okay, I really like that. It just brings back a lot of good memories.
There's a few opportunities actually I realised I was missing while I was doing that, and I only just sort of caught on to them, like when that C part goes. What is it? That's it there. So I even missed it.
There's also, because we played that really slow. I think if I was warmed up enough, it's meant to be like,
like that more.
Like that, Yep. And I did look at the music that time, but
that's great.
Still made a couple of bung notes, but that's all right. It's a great tune. It's really fun.
It's got like elements of that, what's that, Air and G or whatever it is. You know, those old Bach exercises in it.
Yeah, and I think that was also, just how it's written. That was
the point of it.
That was the point of it, because I know when Steve played on the guitar, it was sort of that way. I'm going to find the other tune.
The other tune. Now, what is the other tune? What are we going to play next? Another one of Steve's?
Yeah, let's do another one of Steve's.
Yeah. So the options were Old Salt Wind, or there's another tune, ladies and gentlemen, that we're going to play that is a real ego stroker for Emily Wolfe.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I forgot.
We'll play that next. Don't turn that dial. So this is a tune called Old Salt Wind, yeah?
Yes.
Now, this is one that Steve wrote. He was stuck in his crude shack by the beach at Connolly's Marsh on a wintry day with a howling onshore wind. We gave ourselves the task of writing a set of tunes. We each had to compose a polka, a 6/8 tune, and a waltz. We were allotted 10 minutes maximum per tune. Steve wrote Frost on the Window, a rather boring polka, Old Salt Wind, and a waltz called Swampy Steve. Marjorie wrote Taking Off Your Work Boots and Nora's Waltz. But but not sure what her 6/8 tune was. It's proof that good tunes don't always need a lot of time to emerge.
Yeah, because Nora's Waltz and Taking Off Your Work Boots are two really nice tunes.
Are they?
Yeah, they
Well,
are.
we will have to play those at some point very soon.
Like, we can do them. We can do them next one.
Proof that good tunes don't always need a lot of time to emerge. That's what I'm talking about. Songs are people. They're entities. They walk around, but we never see them. We never meet them. We only talk about them in their absence. So, of course, they would not take a long time to... You know, it only takes a long time to get the connection sometimes. You know what I mean? So, like, yeah.
It's very true, yeah.
I'm hooked on my own genius today, folks. I'm sorry if I'm taking you down my rabbit hole, but yeah, sometimes a tune just walks up and gives himself to you. Other times...
That's very true. I've written tunes really quickly, and then some's taken a bit longer, but...
I've written tunes where I've just had to hang up the phone because the connection was so bad.
I think the quickest tune I wrote was Baked Spud. Like, the girls were in the dining room eating, they were having food, and I was just in the other room writing this tune. I came out going, "What are you having for dinner?" I said, "Baked Spud," so that's the name of this tune.
Is that where that tune comes from?
Yeah.
There you go.
That's where that tune comes. But maybe we could do that one in the next one.
Yeah.
All these ones for next one. All right. But this is probably one of my favourite. I really like this tune that Steve wrote. I didn't know that he wrote this in 10 minutes. That's
Why do you
amazing.
like this tune?
Why do I like... I really... Well, I love the key. I love playing in B minor. I just think it's a really nice, mournful tune, and it's really fun to play on the violin like that because you can make it really sing. And it's just... And I like to do my own little play around the melody. Kind of gives it space for that because it's nice and slow. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, shall we
do it?
Yes, let's give it a go.
All right.
It's a very lovely tune.
Beautiful.
It reminds me of another tune. I know Phil Dean from Zep Tepi plays it's the Marlin. Every finger is a Marlin spike.
Oh, yeah.
It's worth checking out if you're out there, folks. Phil Dean plays with Zep Tepi. He's got a solo thing called The Gathering Tide, but he does a version of a similar sea shanty to that always reminds me of. But his is a bit more, I don't know, faster even? Not too much
Possibly.
faster.
Yeah, no, it's a light. I really like that tune.
Well, we'll do another tune. Which one are we going to do now?
This one.
All right. We're saving the best till last, I see.
Oh, yeah, why not? Why not?
All right. So this is a tune called The Irish Cakewalk, and by Miniature Elephant Express, we've been informed that the Irish Cakewalk is a polka collected by the Dawson family of Swamp Road in Franklin. It is related to several Irish polkas. It is not a cakewalk, but Paddy Dawson and his sister Edie used to buy a tin of tobacco called Irish Cake, which they smoked in pipes. Music sessions in the Dawsons' living room, where the fire was always burning even in summer, and the dog was often barking or biting ankles, were always conducted in a cloud of this smoke that hung and stayed on one's clothes for hours afterwards. Paddy and Edie, not knowing any other name for the tune, named it after Irish cake tobacco, and thus the Irish Cake Walk.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Didn't you know that?
I
Well, aren't you
didn't know
glad we got the Steve Gadd Elephant Express here?
I'm so happy that we got that. It's worth that they've wrecked all my furniture now.
Yeah, I'm sorry about your carpet too.
Yeah,
I guess it's really hard to toilet train them, but there's a lot that comes out of them, even though they're very small.
Yeah, no, thanks for that.
Sorry.
Always a pleasure.
Yeah, but look at the envelope.
I know, that was pretty nice. It's like something from Aladdin.
Yeah.
Like, it was brilliant.
Well,
okay, I didn't know the background of that. That's cool.
So this is the Irish Cakewalk from the Dawson family. And this one has been around for a while, and we play this quite a bit. We're playing this with the ensemble for the Christmas break up next week, aren't we?
This Saturday, yes.
This Saturday. Oh, my God. Yeah.
Yeah, get your dates right, mate.
Right.
This Saturday, the 12th, at Bright Eyes Cafe from 4 till 6. All right.
I'm ready when you are.
Okay.
That's a lively tune.
It's a fun one.
Yeah, you can feel the Irish in it. It's beautiful.
Yes, I love the variation. I wonder, it's a because you got the tune, but then the variation of that. Did Edie and did they write that, or is that, or
I didn't know them. I just do what the elephant told me.
or is the variation sort of? Yeah, I just wonder where the variation came from, or was that always part of it? But it's a really cool thing. It's fun to play. I like to mash them together.
Yeah, right.
Which is what I did in the last time, just because it's fun. Can't help myself. That's a great one. We always do that for dances and That's just one you can just have a good hoedowny.
Yes,
good
it is
time.
a good hoedown. And it's the hoedown, and for me, it's like King Pippin because it's got that beautiful D, like you're rocking that D. And that bit where it goes, there's a lot you can do with that.
Yeah, it's a fun fiddle key, that one.
D. Now, that's something I wanted to ask you. It's like, okay, so we played one in C before, but and the reason why we played it in C, that was Blake's Cascade, was because the reason why I chose that was because it was in C. It's an unusual key that we encounter in these tunes. So what is it about the key of D and the key of A that keeps coming around in fiddle? Wouldn't it be the key of C because you've got your open strings aren't accidentals?
The reason why D and A are easier is just because of the hand shape for the fiddle. It's like you don't have to think of any low first fingers. Okay. So if anyone understands fiddle out there, so if you're going to play in C, we have to play in F natural. That's a low one, and that's a bit awkward to put back. It's actually more, I find it, for just how the fiddle's tuned and how the hands, it's easier to play things. Well, I think for beginners, like I always teach major keys first. It's just easier to get that shape comfy because thinking that low one for your F on the E string is kind of awkward.
Yeah,
and it's
right.
hard to, I don't know what it is with C, like it's a hard key to make it sound nice, like to get it in tune because you've got your F naturals.
But you push that F up one more into the key of D, like the F sharp.
Yeah, and it's much more nice. You don't have to really change. It's just all the same shape. Your fingers just hop across the string.
Right. It's an alien world to me, folks. All I know is the old...
Yeah. Yeah, it's just, I always think hand shapes and whatever's easier.
Yeah, right.
So D and A are really fun, like really fiddle-friendly keys because you're just the same hand shape hopping across the string.
A major would be favourable for the same F sharp and C sharp reason.
Yeah, but it depends. If you've got a low C sharp on the G, that's not so much fun because that's a hard one to get in tune. But for the Irishy tunes or stuff that's in the top register, yeah, it's fun. That's easy.
Very interesting.
Yes.
Well, folks, as we promised you 5 tunes. We played you 4. We've got one more tune to go. Now, this tune was written for somebody very special to us.
That's right. It was written for me.
Oh! Yeah, right. Okay, let me.
Well, you kind of all, assumed that was going to be the case.
No, I'm milking it. Big Bad Wolfe was written for Emily and As the Crow Flies, which was her former band. It bears a passing resemblance to Tamlin, but that was unintended, as Steve had only heard that tune once before, and this being an E minor tune follows some of his own cliches for that key.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So it's just your standard, straightforward E minor rock out.
Rock out. Yep. It's a fun tune. Yeah, and we arranged it. I can't remember if we did it. Oh, yeah, we did it in As the Crow Flies. We did it with another tune of Steve's called The Black Swan.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So we did them together.
So when he presented this tune to you, how did it make you feel?
I think he I remember Steve giving it to me going, here, I've written a tune for you. It's called The Big Bad Wolfe. And, we all had a laugh. And I was like, cool. But yeah, it's
Was it
it's
because you get violent when you get drunk?
No. Come on.
Did you used to get drunk often in this ensemble?
What is that? Get off. There was no alcohol consumed. Get off.
Yeah, right.
That's terrible. You're giving me a bad, making me look bad. That's not the case. I think, I've always been I think it was just more, I don't know, speak my mind type of.
Yes,
vibe.
because for those interested in the esoteric arts, Emily has her sun conjunct Mars. That makes her feisty.
Yes. Carl knows all about that.
I'm a weirdo through and through.
Yeah. You are a bit weird. That's fine.
Like
but this is a fun tune. I like it. The hard thing about it, though, when he wrote it, because it's got a lot of for people who understand fiddle, you got to use forefinger a lot, like for your pinky. So that's like, it's a bit
Steve,
of a.
he doesn't play violin, so he wouldn't have known that he was writing those tunes there. Or do you think he did that too?
No, I think he did. And Marjorie would have looked at it as well. Like, I think he would have known.
Marjorie would have looked at it and said, look, put this in there. This will test him.
Well, it sounds cool. So, it's just one of those.
Enough.
It just sounds cool.
Fair enough.
I don't blame him for that. Don't blame him at all. But it's a really fun one. And I think we, play it fast, but we'll maybe go a medium pace with it today.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Because there's a thing
Maybe not Rick
with a lot of and I find I come across this in Steve's chords all the time as those sneaky B minors. There's a sneaky B minor in here that I have trouble pulling off at the
Where is the sneaky?
It's right in the first line. You'll hear it, folks. You'll hear it.
Oh, right. Yeah, there.
Yeah, which for me is like it's so close to a G major that it's like, well, why am I even, I'm just going to rush through this. But I'm sure on guitar it has some sort of relevance. But on banjo it's kind of like a bit up in the air.
Yeah.
But anyway, so let us play The Big Bad Wolfe by Steve Gadd.
All right. Let's do it. Mm-hmm. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I thought you were going again. Anyway, there we go. That was The Big Bad Wolfe by Steve Gadd.
Wow.
Well, there were your 5 tunes today, folks. They were fairly modern ones. Could you hear the difference? Except for one of them, the Irish Quadrille, which was by the Dawson family.
Irish Cakewalk.
Irish Cakewalk. I do that all the time, don't I? The Irish Quadrille is something entirely different. The Irish Cakewalk, and it's not a cakewalk, so it's different again from a cakewalk, which is also different from the quadrille.
We're being all very confusing today.
Yes.
That's okay. We blame
Business
the
as usual.
elephants. They're very distracting today.
Very distracting. Get out! Go on! Open the door. Get him out. Oh no! I'm sorry about that. I didn't think that would happen. Sorry, it's left a big pile of.
Jeez.
Look, it's not. At least they're not carnivores. It's not going to be too stinky.
You're cleaning that up
It's
today.
mostly straw. Yeah, it's good compost. I'll take it.
Took me a long time to clean up after Steve Gadd bot. So.
Oh yeah. I've still got a bit of grease in my hair from that
Yeah,
explosion.
okay.
That was.
You're
frightening.
going to have to clean that
If you
up.
want to hear what happened to the Steve Gadd bot, folks, it's on episode 4.
With
yeah.
caution, listen to that.
So I guess that's it for us. Now, we are getting close to Christmas. I'll try and convince Emily to do a special Christmas show because...
It might be on location somewhere where there's animals and stuff. Because okay, have a couple of weeks to practice that.
I'll get it.
Oh,
So
dear.
anyway, that's it from the Wolf and Thorn. Thank you very much. What gigs have we got coming up that we can tell you about? Probably...
Well, this Saturday, the Tasmanian Heritage Fiddle Ensemble are playing at Bright Eyes Cafe from 4 to 6. And
again, if you are in the neighbourhood and you want to get involved with folk music, you're either a bedroom player or you just want to learn, or you're a seasoned player and you want to learn more of these tunes and learn a little bit more country swing, that sort of stuff, pop on down, say hello, and come and have a listen to what we do. If you want to join the Tasmanian Heritage Fiddle Ensemble Hobart chapter. If you're down in Franklin, of course, you can go and speak to Steve Gadd directly. You don't have to use the Steve Gadd Bot 2000 or go down on the back of Miniature Elephants. You can go there in person yourself and just say, hello, Steve, teach me folk music.
you can.
Yeah. The Black Swans of Trespass, the evil anti-folk band, is playing on Saturday night at the Republic. It's electric banjo all the way, rocking out, and...
Then we're at the Kingston Handmade Market the next morning because we're that hardcore.
bright and early.
At 11 to 1.
Oh, God.
If we have dark shades on, you understand why.
You understand why. Lots of Panadol for that one. Anyway, thank you very much for listening again. We'll see you next week.
Thank you.